Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday we saw CS Ababa Namwamba taking youth to Statehouse for Talanta Hela launch. And William Ruto, of course, attended. Musalia Mudavadi, that means this was Kenya Kwanza top leadership. And you would see in their, in all what they're looking for is to support the sport and creative industry in this country. The question is, how are they supporting these youth who are trying just to make a living in a creative way? That was the big question. Again, you will agree with me that this launch was coming at a time when Ruto had received a backlash on his appetite in 2023 financial bill to tax content creators, poor content creators who are trying just to earn a living. You would see people walking miles and miles trying just to get content and bring out to their viewers at least to make a living. But we are seeing a president who is adding no any value or any input towards that kind of self-employment to these people. But his target is to go and tax these people. This was unpopular. So what we are seeing in William Ruto's attempt to bring youth at Statehouse is just trying to play a PR exercise as if he has a plan to help the youth. The reality is that when Ruto sees content creators, he is seeing money, and his target is to take your money. That's the reason, nothing else. So in as much the youth were at Statehouse, there is no big solution that has come out to embrace people who are trying to earn a living in their own way through creativity. What we saw is a president mwenye anaita kuku akirushia mahindi hivi, kumbe anaita kwa kichinjio. At the end of the day, you are going to be slaughtered. That will be the end game from this government. Because when people complain, Ruto said, okay, we will think about it, we will negotiate about it. At least when you are taxing people, there is service you are offering to them maybe in one way or another. For example, the trucks we see on the road. When I a tax because this road need maintenance. When you see Mama Mboga being taxed, at least county government has built vibanda in those areas. They are offering security, cleaning of those market areas. So they pay for service that will be delivered to them. Swali lenye content creators ilikuwa waulize William Samoei Ruto and people in sports, what kind of service is this government offering to them before they think of taxing them? Even up to yesterday, Ruto did not announce to Kenyans if he still have if he has an intention to withdraw or amend that bill where he's focusing to tax 16% from content creators. This 15%. Eric Omond came out in a protest to defend content creators. But still, Ruto is not showing any interest. Instead, he welcomed them to Statehouse as his guest. So it's all PR to divert your attention so that you will not focus on what Ruto is looking into, your small earnings that you make on your own. So surprisingly, when the content creators were invited to Statehouse, what was trending is something different from what people would anticipate for. And for you to tell that that event did not make any meaning to anyone in that industry, you would just conclude with one reason. Instead, the person who was trending was Kinuthia. So that's the person Kenyans are talking about. So, without wasting time, I want to use this remaining time to check on comments from Kenyans on the same event. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion.
Hapa ni wapi?
Mwalimu mama tulisema tuendi mbali, kama hapa si mbali basi hapa ni wapi? tuambie tu jamani, hapa ni wapi?
I want to start with a comment from Pauline Njoroge, and then I will go to other comment. This is what she said. Statehouse is the house of the people. All people of Kenya, including those who said talent, we don't understand. So I have no problem with this person being there, but when I remember the hypocrites of Ruto and Rachel, how they asked intercessors to go round the compound praying in tongues so as to exorcise demons and cleanse the place, because in their opinion it was previously occupied by very sinful and evil people. I just laughed out loudly. They even called it the Kenyan altar. Then she went to the other issue to do with the cabros. I will not go into that. And you see she was sharing Kinuthia's photo. Another comment is here. We have upright content creators like the guy who mimic Rigiji, who can be really inspiring to the boy child. However, settling for Kinuthia as the epitome of creativity and inviting him to Statehouse dressed like a woman is strongly against the spirit of we are Africa and Africa is our business. We must never drop our culture expectations. Joseph Kangeda. I am happy that Kinuthia got to Statehouse before Wangunya, Muria, Ken Ngumbish, Chris, Habit, and Shuja, Karanja, Muchai, those ones combined. And by the way, why shouldn't he go to Statehouse on the hill? What the focus about? Remember, we have a heavenly ordained government in place in Kenya. Mudhuri Murugi. Whoever invited Kinuthia to Statehouse should tell us what exactly he was inviting for. Another one here. This is Statehouse. It's where Rachel Ruto was said to have raised an altar for the Lord so as our country prosper. This is Kinuthia, Kevin Kinuthia. Hallelujah at Statehouse. Charles Odendo. Kinuthia at Statehouse, Kenya. Ish. Hii Kenya tunapenda upusi. Okay. David Ragui. The difference continues to widen daily. The coaches. This guy by the name Kinuthia was among the invited highly profile content creators guests to Statehouse. In my assumption, he was representing a boy child from the land. Kwani kuvaa thong, biker, bra, and female cloth ni talent that have even Statehouse recognition. Harambee Star will miss 2 international football competition due to lack of flight, and the far end. Millions of Kenyan taxpayers were dismantled by the likes of Kinuthia, who are spreading immoral to the society. For those who have been in the Statehouse, kuna choo za gents na za ladies, or you release where feel you are comfortable. Kinuthia aliingia choo gani? It's just criticism. Gadhio Gichuru. Inviting Kinuthia dressed as woman to Statehouse should be strongly condemned by all. This is against African spirit and will set a very bad precedent to our little boys out there. I now understand where the 16 billion was received to promote those kind of sexual orientation went. If this is what content creation is from government that prides itself to be headed by pastors in very sector, we are done. Shame on whoever invited him to Statehouse, Kenya. Gichuki, Kelvin Kinuthia in Statehouse. Now you understand why judges passed the law on homosexuality. BK Martin, there is a man by the name Kinuthia who behaved like a woman. The said woman was yesterday seen roaming around Statehouse in the name of being a content creator. I think we have serious jokers at Statehouse who need to be chased away as soon as possible. This guy may soon invite Akode to entertain Mama Rachel's guest at Statehouse. If that woman was spotted in Uganda Statehouse, she would have been walking up in cell with the in cells this morning, waiting to be served 20 years in prison. Yes, come 7, you can't try this.